the people of Programe. We are known as friendly people. We are known for our openness and welcoming attitude towards people. Maybe it's because we understand that we don't have much in terms of industries. We are only relying on tourism and agriculture, which both requires that we've got a particular posture towards people. So it is important for us to be that kind of people. Tourism is one of the sectors of the economy that is seen as concerned. It took a hard knock during the virus COVID lockdowns, which occurred worldwide, but is slowly making a comeback with travel restrictions being removed or eased. Single municipality is committed to tourism, and it forms one of the key cornerstones of our local economic development strategy. We are not only supporting tourism abroad, we are putting resources towards tourism. If you look at our 2022-2023 budget, which we have increased our tourism budget by more than 200%, because we want to move away from this support of tourism, only of putting guest houses and events on our website, but we also want to create our own activities that will be able to attract people to come to our area so that we can actually be supporting tourism. So also tourism forms part of our strategic objective towards the term. So we are really committed to ensuring that tourism becomes a strategic sector that we use to develop our people and also develop the economy in our space. Festivals serve as an important draw card to bring people to the area so they can experience the beauty of our beautiful Eastern Cape Highlands, meet our friendly and hospitable residents, and participate in the various sporting activities and festivals in the area, such as the Winter Festival. The Winter Festival is an annual event conceptualized by Elisma and here and Sandra RHODES. It starts today and runs until Sunday with various activities during the day and evening, filled with music from various artists, such as the radio, RHODES. The full program can be picked up from the RHODES. So these are the activities that we want to use which to ensure that we attract our people to come to RHODES and other areas of our municipality in the district. If you are coming from East London, you will know that there is not much that's attractive in terms of program in our area, but we are using our nature and geographical position to ensure that we attract people to our area. You will know that we were almost the only district that have got 3 borders. We are in the borders of the Northern Cape on the other side. We are in the borders of Free State on the other side. We are also in the borders of Lesotho. So there is much that you can be able to experience or experiment within our area. Cultural diversity also plays a critical role in ensuring that we attract people or attract tourists that can be able to come to our area. It must be remembered that tourism is a private sector-driven sector, which is why the municipality works with other stakeholders to market the area and make it known as a tourist destination. As government, we cannot do it alone. One of the mistakes that we can do is to think that government has a responsibility to provide everything. Ours is to create an environment that is able for economic development. Then the private sector has a role to play to ensure that it uses that platform also to make its own business endeavors. So it is important that we understand that we cannot do it alone. We will need from time to time partners in the private sector, partners in the NGO, and also the coordination of government plays a critical role. This thing of government departments and agencies working in different corners does not assist us in achieving what we want to achieve. So it is important that we strengthen not only the IGR, but also the partnership amongst ourselves as government institutions to ensure that we create umhlaba that is suitable for tourism to start and also that is suitable for businesses to make profit. And I encourage you all to become tourists. It is a win-win situation. You gain new experiences, new friends, and new zest for life. And with every tourist activity or tour that you undertake, you provide a minimum of 7 jobs. So it is important that we understand it in that context, that every tourist that comes here is not just a tourist, but it's someone that creates jobs. So any visit to our area is an investment. So people of our area have got the responsibility to protect that. How we treat tourists becomes more important. How we ensure that tourists are safe, tourists enjoy our area, it becomes of utmost importance. So in those few words, you are all welcomed in our area. I know we are a very, very small municipality, very small district. Some even forget that we are in the Eastern Cape, but we are very, very strategic in the Eastern Cape. We provide a scenario that you can't get anywhere else, not only in the province, but also in the country. And also in terms of partnerships, we are open to work with everyone, because we understand that we're not doing this for our own sake. We are doing this for our people in the district, our people in the province, our people in the country. So we've got a role in the district municipality to ensure that tourism and achieve its intended goals. If you look at the recent audit report, you will see that out of the 4 municipalities that have attained clean audits in the Eastern Cape, 3 of those are coming from Cape Town. This shows that small as we are, but we can be able to be a shining example from this corner of the province. The municipality that we are in now is the only municipality in the province that have managed to attain 8 clean audits consecutively. So it's equivalent. We are also ranked number 1 in the province as the cleanest municipality. I think you've seen it. You don't have to get charged. Something that is visible. I think RHODES is one of the cleanest towns in this province, and it competes nationally. So we are trying our best, we are playing our part to ensure that we create an environment that is suitable for investment and is suitable for tourists to come to our area. Please feel free, enjoy. You are safe here, you are in safe hands, our people are friendly. Please ensure that you spend as much as possible in the economy. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mayor. Yes, I like the last bit. Spend as much as you can. You know, still have partly where you pass by, spend there as well. Until you get to Alwana, Lady Grey, you know. And it's very nice, Lady Grey, you can't really see it. You have to take a detour. So you must be curious when you drive past there. Make that turn, go and spend Lady Grey as well. That's where the main office of our municipality is. Thank you very much, Mr. Mayor. You know, what you said that we must become tourists reminded me of something. I was once overseas with a bunch of friends of mine, and we happened to go to Liverpool. Now, as curious as I am, we get lost. Our navigator is not working, and we don't know where we're going, just right around. We saw a shop over there, and they said, go and ask direction from the guy who's working there. Yeah, when I went there, my English was dead. Like, the guy changed the language, but he was talking English. And then I said, okay. And then he asked me again, are you sorted? I said, I'm fine. Went back to the car, and the guys are waiting for me to give them direction. They asked where we're going. I said, I don't hear anything. Let's just continue looking. So it's very important to know the area, study the area before coming so that you get familiar with what is happening within that area. So thank you very much, Mr. Mayor. I just want to acknowledge Tracy, who's here, the board chairperson of ECPTA. Welcome, man. Thank you very much. As I said, mine is just to stand there and follow whoever is coming to talk. I'd like to call along Mr. Lungo Boyi from to do a presentation on Eastern Cape Grasslands Park.
Good morning, all. Mbeli, Bashali, Mora, Almond. I'm trying to make sure we cover our language. Melang, my name is Lumko. I'm from Eastern Cape Parks and Tourism Agency. Sorry. My name is Lumko from WWF. Funny story, I was with Eastern Cape Parks and Tourism Agency a couple of months ago. So all these banners just reminded me of where I was a couple of months ago. But good morning and thank you for the opportunity to the Eastern Cape Parks and Tourism team. It is a pleasure to stand in front of such important people today and be able to give an overview of what the Grassland National Parks initiative is about. It's very hard, Chair, to actually speak into but I'll be presenting about the program or the initiative. The program is led by WWF in partnership with Sand Parks, which is the South African National Parks. The project is looking at developing a new national park within the area of the Highlands region of the Eastern Cape. Like our Honorable Mayor has mentioned, this area is very beautiful, green, and it is worthy of conservation. And we as WWF and Sand Parks have actually taken the stance to try and push, as the Mayor said, we need to really drive things like this, and we do appreciate the fact that the municipality will be able to create a conducive environment for us to drive such initiatives. The program from you can just from an environmental perspective, as to why are we selecting this area? So this area is very strategic in the sense that it is within a grassland biome, which has only less than 3% of it protected within South Africa, and it is within a strategic water source area. So when we say it's within a strategic water source area, strategic water source areas cover only 10% of South Africa. However, they produce up to 50% of the water that is used by South Africans. And we are in one of those strategic water source areas in this region. It is also a critical biodiversity area under category 1 and 2, which are the top 2 categories out of 3. And it is key for tourism as well. And to note, quite importantly, that it is within what we call the Protected Areas Expansion System, or the Protected Areas Expansion Strategy, which is a national as well as a provincial strategy to expand the protected areas footprint. So as we move on, zooming closer, we might not be able to see Rhodes is right in the middle of that green patch and that orange patch that we can see on the map. So Rhodes is right in it, and it is quite fortunate that we are in Rhodes today, coming to speak about this proposed Grassland National Park. It is located within the district municipality of Jokabi, looking at Sen as well as Eluntini municipalities, spreading further up towards Alfred district on that northern side of the map. So that is where we are. So our focus area within the short to medium term is that red area, as well as that brown area at the bottom. So why are we here from a socio-economic perspective? Because yes, I'm a very much conservation background person. However, when we speak tourism, we also need to speak socio-economic side of things. So basically, to just give a few stats that we got from our COFTA reports recently, the area is dominated by a youth population. It has a severe income gap, or a severely high income gap, with a Gini coefficient of less than 0.5, meaning the gap, a healthy Gini coefficient is anything below 0.2. So once you're above 0.5, then it means your income gap is very high. We've got 55% people living under the poverty line, which is below the Eastern Cape average. We've got 30.9% of unemployment rate, and 25% of people, or should I say only 25% of people have matric or higher. So that sort of paints the socio-economic picture of the region that we are in. The beauty does come with its challenges, and those are some of the challenges that I think tourism as an industry can begin to start to address. Not completely on its own, but it can begin to pave the way to address some of those socio-economic challenges that we have. And from the IDP recommendations of the district, tourism development was on top of the list of the areas that need to be developed, or the areas that need to be prioritized. So we have tourism development, agribusiness, green economy, investment promotion, SMME development, all the way to manufacturing hubs. So tourism and investment promotion and green economy are right on top of the priority of the district municipality, which ends up filtering at the local municipal level as well. So the relevance of tourism in the district is, I know I'm not trying to speak on behalf of the mayor, but I'm trying to paint a picture of the fact that it is a priority. And so what are we as the national park looking to do as we've painted this picture? I thought before we dive into the purpose, let us paint the picture of where are we. So as the national park, our purpose is to develop a park that is ecologically, economically, as well as socially sustainable. And it becomes a contractual park with a difference. I say a contractual park with a difference due to the fact that this park will not be your typical Kruger National Park. It will be a park that will look to maintain sustainable land use practices while protecting the existing grassland resources that we have. From looking at what is already on the ground, the people of Rhodes, Maclear, Nodia's Neck, all the farmers in the region have done to date a very good job in protecting their natural environment. And what we as a park initiative are coming to do is just to sort of formalize that protection and enhance it and provide additional technical support to improve how that protection is actually happening on the ground. So it's not going to be anything that is new in terms of the farm operations. Farms will continue to operate in a sustainable manner while being able to protect the grasslands. This is a grassland area in any case. And so we are looking at creating those sustainable agricultural landscapes through this park approach. Some of the outcomes that we are looking at is the improved protection of a national conservation priority area, which is our grassland. Like I mentioned, under 3% protected nationally. Protecting the strategic water source area, promoting and attracting investment into the area through restoration and maintenance of ecological infrastructure, while also opening up opportunities for youth employment. As we have painted the picture, there is a high youth population as well as a high unemployment population. So we also want to be able to stimulate tourism. Through stimulating tourism, we are able to diversify the available economic opportunities in the area. This area does not only have farming potential, it has a lot of tourism potential. The different categories of jobs that can be available to our different youth, and which could make then employment for youth more attractive as well. We find our youth shying away from your typical farm jobs. So once to get that youth coming into the economic space. I'm from the Wild Coast, and I was extremely taken or breathtaken by the beauty that we have here in winter. The snow, and I'm sure the reason why we're here, we all want to see that snow. But that's a very seasonal attraction. We need to start to work on an all year round delivery of tourist offerings. So that's sort of the things that the park will be looking to investigate through developing proper tourism plans and being able to sustain an all year round tourism benefit for the area. So we've got the opportunity to actually start developing smaller SMMEs as well. For example, your B&Bs and homestays. Because the project is not only looking at our commercial farming areas, we also have footprint in the communal areas and the Elundi municipality. So we are looking at promoting and establishing the place as a regional destination for adventure and cultural tourism. So here are the offerings that we have been looking at through our own research. This is in the absence of a full-scale tourism marketing strategy research. This is just from a conservationist point of view. So from a birding perspective, which is quite a highlight in the area, we've got quite a lot of different species. Recently, we undertook in February a BioBlitz event, and 133 bird species were found in the area. And that's just from 3 days of scientists walking around the area. I'm sure that is just the half of it. So of those, we've got the different categories. I won't go through them for the purpose of time, but just to highlight that 5% of it was critically endangered species, such as our bearded vultures. So we did spot them. We still have a few remaining in the area, and their protection is very critical from a national and an international perspective. So yeah. And looking at other tourism opportunities, I won't dig into what our mayor has already dived into. Our historical and cultural tourism, our landscape adventure tourism, hiking, horse riding, biking, 4x4 tours, educational tourism. During the BioBlitz that we had, a number of establishments were fully booked here in the RHODES area with scientists and researchers and interested practitioners. So with that educational tourism, you'll have to say, researchers coming, that is bringing an economic value to your hospitality industry. as well as market access. We are looking at working around certifying certain products that come out of this area. We are already working on a project to certify the wool that comes from the area under the responsible wool standard that is led by the International Textile Exchange. So the wool coming from this area has the potential to earn premium prices in the market. It already earns about 8 to 10% higher if you have that responsible wool standard certification. So WWF has a project that we're coordinating that's assisting farmers to get registered under that standard. As we go on, from a strategic perspective, as I try to wrap up, we are looking at the other offspins of the area from a strategic perspective is that the area will start to get a national focus. Being a national park, it will start to get a national focus from various players, influential role players that are able to mobilize resources from an infrastructure, from a donation, all the perspective, once we can get that national focus into the area, as well as being able to attract an international awareness. That increases our ability to source funding from different perspectives. And our partnerships, I will not go through them all. Those are our partners. I hope you see your name there. For the purpose of time, you are there. Datume, you also appearing there, and ECPTA is there. And I think for the purpose of time, I'm just going to run through our slides of some of the beautiful scenery that we have in the area. And if you do want to get into contact with our team, I'm the project coordinator, Dumgom Boy, and our program manager, Temba Tsibande, is also available. Thank you very much.
Who will be presenting the Eastern Cape Islands experience and attractions. The attractions that he spoke about when he was doing his opening the speech over 3 minutes.
Now the executive mayor, Joe. Maybe let me go, I've put everyone in one. Maybe now acknowledge the chair of the TPS, which is Development and Campaigning from SECO. She's responsible for tourism and LED, Councillor Boy. Thank you very much, Leadership. Now it's just to, as I'll be addressing, there will be pictures that will be screened. So I'll just be giving you the speech on behalf of the Executive Chokabe and worship Councillor Nomvuseva. The Eastern Cape Highlands will consist of the Chokabe District Municipality and its 3 local municipalities. We have all said it's SECO local municipality, Elundini, and Water Sisulu. Whether you prefer adventure and excitement, or peace and tranquility, family-friendly fun, or solitary escape from the pressure of everyday life, there's something for you to discover in the Eastern Cape Highlands. Your journey will take you through the majestic mountains and breathtaking lush valleys of the area. The Eastern Cape Highlands is a well-renowned for hiking, fly fishing, mountain biking, 18 spectacular mountain passes, which SECO have got the highest, which are taking 12 of that 18. So I've got quite a few of them. And its deep and fascinating history from the Arua North Spa, Arua Nature Reserve, and alpine scenery of the mountains of the largest body of water in South Africa. The Harid Dam and the Augustine Nature Reserve consisting of 16,000 hectares of the Namakaro biome, where large herds of ostrich, gemsbok, zebras, and springbok roam free. There's an option just right for you and for your family. So we're offering quite a buffet. Everyone can choose what he or she wants to enjoy. So it's quite a nice set for everyone. The mountain areas are rich in geological and paleontological sites, such as the latest discovery of dinosaur fossils at Krumenham village, dinosaur footprints, both are in Simbu. Simbu is the perfect destination for you if you enjoy hiking, fishing, and hunting in the shadow of the magnificent abounds in ancient society. There is something fascinating to discover around every bend. The Simbu National in Winterberg Mountain, with its historic sandstone building, fossils, beds, and rock art. If you travel around Simbu, you'll see a lot of these ancient drawings. So it's quite important that everyone at some point makes time to go and visit our area and also visit all the areas of Joburg. The bustling town of Expert Gateway to Lesotho via the Delete Bridge hosts and home of anti-apartheid tribal heroes. Expert is made up of many villages with a mix of Xhosa and Sotho culture. Battle sites, historic graves, and Mohapi Memorial, the Winterberg Missionary Station, and the historic Watergate at the Delete Bridge. We all know and appreciate our history. This is just to highlight some of the important historic aspects of Simbu local municipality. So it's important that I'm from Simbu, so from time to time I'll put emphasis on everything that is got to do with Simbu. A must for visitors is to visit the pottery at Matabo's home in Tawariso and make arrangements to be entertained by traditional dancing and singing. From there, you can drive up Landing Snack and enjoy the Jozana Dam. The pictured and historic town of Rhodes is surrounded by pristine rivers teeming with short and magnificent mountains. Take a moment to explore the many historic buildings during your stay here. Enjoy some fishing and alpine flower hunting. For any information that you require, please pop into the Roads Information Tourism Center just across the street. On route to Rhodes, you would have passed through the town of Artist, home to one of the oldest country newspapers in South Africa, and infamously part of the Free State for a few days during the Boer War. Elondini is situated in the east of the Eastern Cape Highlands within the Maluti and Southern Johannesburg Mountains. The fertile area is the perfect retreat for tourists who enjoy beautiful scenery, fly fishing, hiking, camping, mountain biking, and holiday in the mountains. Situated in this area is the 3,000 hectare Predicted Nature Heritage Site, a protea woodlands and indigenous forest, caves and rock school where you can find river, the sea and count, and the black bear. The bearded vulture ants and Lena falcon. It will soon host the endemic grasslands park. So it is also the scenery in Elondi is almost similar to the scenery in Singu. So everyone is part of choice. You can choose where you want to go. The Elondi area consists of 3 towns: Yogi, Manaho, and Manfetch. Yogi is a fly fisherman's mecca and offers a wide variety of activities for the outdoor in capacity. Mangapo is situated in the valleys of the Moel River at the foothills of the southern Dinosaur. The top attraction are the Woodcliff Caves, the dinosaur footprints, Pizza Falls, and Neck Pass with its link to the roads. So you are able to connect Elundini with Simku just via the Johannesburg Mountain, which is quite a nice scenery too. Manufacture is home to Basotho, Amahlubi, Amapolomise, Abathembu, Baputi tribes. I think Baputi tribes is not well known in the Cape. You can only find it here in geography. So we are quite diverse in terms of our culture. A wide variety of accommodations are available in the Eastern Cape Highlands, from homestays, hotels, inns, guest house, camping and bed and breakfast. The region boasts of several conference venues to meet the high standard of meetings. On behalf of Geography District Municipality and the people of our district, we'd like to thank you for visiting us. You are on the wild side of the Johannesburg now. There's so much to discover, and we really appreciate your visit here. We know the decision to take this event here. We had to convince them very much. I appreciate it. We hope we will bear the fruit of this visit, and it will solidify our partnership. So thank you very much for coming to our area.
Thank you very much, Mayor. I saw some areas that I'm not even familiar with. 9 years, 8 months been around, but I think I need to also start doing some tours around the area. I even saw some houses that look like Angolas over there. They had a want to investigate where they're coming from, check that I trust. Okay, and next up we'll be playing a video by Rob Littleton. That is based on certain one. It's going to be a video presentation, a live performance.
There's no guarantees on the Saudi run. There are people that come through here, they'll spend maybe 2.
More than anything else. I've been here every morning. It gives me a real comforting thought. Very important.
marine predators and life that comes about in the Congo, which you're going to come across from 1 hour today.
Yes, did you just tell me if you're in or out? Is that me you know what you want? I guess I know I love when they do. Know what they want, but won't let me go. Just in my life to say that they can. I turn my head. Wish I could go back to back before I knew you. 'Cause the love you do is very
So there are days where it's just a moment to get out there full of life. But then you get other days.
That one may be. Can you proceed with this?
You can sit on a boat for hours and end without anything to look at or anything to jump in with. You might think that, oh, you're out there, there's not a bird in sight, there's not a dolphin in sight, and all of a sudden, things just spark, and it can take you completely off guard at times.
I don't know how he does it, but it's always very.
Animal. If I smell your scent, I could lose control. Animal. Gonna bite your flesh when I jump your bones. If I smell your scent, I could lose control. Don't let me hurt you. Same color in your eyes, all your thoughts to brave, uncivilized. Every book on man trying to disguise true nature. I must prime away, they won't be refused. I've tried to say more. I'm out of you. I'm out of you. I'm out of you. I've heard you talking to me. Your sensibility, some rules that make a society wanna misbehave, wanna set you free, but wanna break you. I'll go out on you. I'll go out on you. I'll go out on you. I've heard you talking to me.
One of the best things you've ever witnessed is being on a baseball that contains all the predators. If you're in the right place, the right time, you get to see something different because it is.
I must climb away. They won't be refused. I'm turning blue. Yeah, I go out on you. I go out on you. I go out on you. I've heard you talking to me. I go out on you. And I've heard you talking to me. I go out.
The Solomon News to me is the greatest marine spectacle you'll ever be able to witness in life. A lot of it is a game for the guys who play this game, myself in particular, it's just so addictive. You've got to keep coming, you've got to keep doing it, because I'm too scared I'm going to miss out on something that might only be seen once in a lifetime.
Okay, Paul.
That's a good action.
Let's give a round of applause again, thanks. You see, Mr. here, if we didn't misuse our tender money for the sea that we're given, we would have been having a nice sea in this area as well. But we had to divert the funds to something else. Let's welcome the RHODES a cappella group. Wow, we need more of that when we socializing and we need to have that live performance again. Thank you very much, Rhodes a cappella group. That was very nice. Next up, we have Ulihle Dlamini. There she is. Ulihle Dlamini is going to be making us fall in love with the Eastern Cape winter. It's yesterday she passed by my office, and I said to her, Sissy, you just need to make sure you're warm, because where you're going, it's very cold, and I saw her this morning. I was like, she looks like someone coming from Moscow. Welcome, Sissy.
Good morning, everybody. Yeah, I was warned, so I dressed for the occasion. So me and Cole, we walked that different path of my colleagues were saying, I didn't think you'd survive. And just to give you one tip when you travel, if you ever find yourself in Paris and you are lost, don't jump into English. Go for mother tongue. Whether that's it, because then they then go for English. Otherwise, if you go straight to English, they speak French and you are lost. The conversation ends. Ladies and gentlemen, the video that you've just witnessed, you've just viewed on Sardine, it's us showcasing what this province is all about, the diverse offerings that we have in the province. This is a very unique province, and hence we wanted to say, you know what, as ECPTA, when we show up, we show off. So that is basically the reason for that video. We wanted to show off to you the magnificent phenomenon of a Sardine festival, of a Sardine run, not festival. But back to what I'm here for, we are all about love as ECPTA. We love our province, and therefore we are now encouraging people to travel. Basically, we are creating awareness, we are creating interest, developing interest, and also the desire for people to travel, for people to explore their province. So all we are saying is we want you to be ambassadors of this province. And therefore, we say whatever you do, travel this province and fall in love with everything that this province has to offer. So in falling in love, you have to make sure that you travel, discover this province. It doesn't end here. There's a lot that you can discover about this province. There's a lot of experiences that this province offers, and also it's for you to explore everything that this province has to offer. And hence our tagline that says, Eastern Cape is yours to explore. And we mean that it is yours to explore. So there are a number of reasons that you can fall in love with this province. The climate. We have a great climate. This province is actually warm. It's just winter this time, but you see some of the people who are used to winter, they actually dress comfortably. I saw one lady and I was like, oh my God, I feel cold just by looking at her because she was just wearing a shirt. And I thought, oh wow. So that is how beautiful this province is. Even the climate, you can actually still enjoy winter and summer. And all the offerings that we have, they are in close proximity. So you can move from one area to another and enjoy different experiences while in the same area, there's a number of things that you can do because of the proximity of these offerings. And to cap it all, we are an affordable province. We are not at all expensive. If you really look at what we offer as a province, you can't compare it to Cape Town. If you're going to Cape Town, you can easily spend 10,000 rand over a weekend. But when you come to the Eastern Cape, you can do more, 10,000 rand. So there's a lot more that you can benefit. And we have a lot of experiences that you can actually enjoy. So as I said earlier on, we are big on sunshine and big on winter. So you just have to choose what tickles your fancy and enjoy it. We have sunny beach days and also we have winter wonderlands. And also, honestly, most people believe that, no, South Africa is the world in one. And our province, the Eastern Cape, has everything that you'll find outside South Africa. So when you start by traveling outside South Africa, you are actually you are being unfair to yourself because you never get to experience this province before you go to other countries. Make sure that you become an ambassador, traveler out to other countries. I know most people say, I need to go on holiday, and whenever they think of holidays, they're thinking of going to Jamaica or New York or wherever. And when you ask them about holding the wall, they have no idea where that is. That is very embarrassing. And when you travel, you also meet tourists. I once went to RHODES, and is this still there? They tell you about a different day, and you get lost. You have no idea what they're talking about. So it's important for all of us to make sure that we know our province and we love it. And our province is also big on fun and again, light on the pocket. There's a lot of festivals that are happening. There's a lot of things that you have to do. It comes to accommodation. We have a lot of reasonable accommodation. And as ECPTA, we actually developed a website where all these deals are posted. We also encourage you from RHODES, if you have specials that you are running, make sure that you post them on our website because that is where we drive the traffic to. So that when they make bookings, when they are looking for special offers, people are always looking for special offers. They are always looking for last minute bookings. They go to our website, and that is where they find the specials. Only if you post it there, though. And if you have a problem doing that, you can contact us, and we'll assist you and take it through. And you can find deals as up to 70% off. And we have great getaways and must-do experiences. If you are an adrenaline junk, you know where to go. Tsitsikamma is the place to be. And if you love the snow, for instance, I came here thinking, wow, it should be a great experience. I've never been on a snow, so I'm still hoping. I haven't lost hope. So I'm hoping maybe tomorrow I'll be able to play on the snow. When we were driving back from Tenahede, we took a number of pictures of the mountains with snow, covered in snow. Beautiful. And for me, it's a great experience because I've never had that exposure. So this is one of the things that you can use in marketing and profiling the province and specifically profiling the area, lifting up those unique experiences, something that you only find in RHODES. In fact, I remember one time when we were talking with my team, we were talking about the winter launch, deciding what exactly is going to happen with the winter launch. And we were saying, it's so unfair on our part that we have different day. We spoke about different day. That we have different day, but we really don't share this with other people. So we thought, yes, other provinces also experience snow, but this is the only province that has a ski resort. So we were thinking around that line. That is what actually brought us to RHODES, to say, okay, this is the place to be, and hence we are here today. We actually brought here by the experience, basically. So that is how important it is to make sure that we communicate what is it that we offer as a province and as a region. So we also, if you are a traveler, you need to create a bucket list. You need to know the things that you want to see, places you want to visit, and give yourself a time frame to say, you know, before I turned 20, I turned 21 last year. So my bucket list is still long. So there's still a lot that I want to do. So there's nothing stopping you from coming up with your own bucket list. But as CPTA, we've also put together a bucket list that you can use to pick and choose on things that you can explore that are of interest. www.visiteasterncape.co.za. One other thing that we have been doing as Eastern Cape, there's a campaign that we have been doing. Remember when COVID hit, we all were frustrated, but we had these health workers that were on it all the time throughout the 2 years that we were having problems. They are still working on it because I don't believe we're really out of danger. But what we did as ECPTA, we actually ran a campaign that is offering these health workers a 50% discount to some of our reserves. We have about 15 reserves, and they are inland, some are inland, some are coastal. So we're offering 50% off. The campaign is running as we speak. We're offering 50% to these health workers to make sure that they take time out, relax, and revive themselves, because we need them back to make sure that they take care of us. And then also with our reserves, coastal and inland, you have an opportunity to do a day trip. If you are cash strapped, you can't sit at home and say, you know what, I don't have money for our reserves. It's an experience. There's a lot that you can experience there. There's a lot that is reserved on your bucket list. And then I think we all remember when we were hit by COVID, and in March 2020, the country was basically were like on lockdown. And of us, wherever we were, we started thinking about how do we move forward, because we were not tourism, we were not going to shut down. Even though the product owners were experiencing that, we remain top of mind destination. And we also wanted to come to the province, to their homes, to the our visual tours. And at the time, I think last year, we ended up with about 15 visual tours. And this year, we are doing 15 more. And guess what? This area gets 3 visual tours. So there's 3 visual tours that are going to focus on this, the Highlands area. So they are all listed there. And it's all a part of our campaign in trying to make sure that Eastern Cape becomes a top of mind destination. Wherever there's tourists are, wherever whatever their plans are, they need to have Eastern Cape as part of their plans. So you guys are getting 3 available to yourselves so that you can use them to market. And we will also we'll continue using them because as CPTA, these are the visual tours we take with us in every platform we go to. we take these virtual platforms with us. So as to create awareness and also give you exposure to the different people that we come into contact with, and to make sure that we are a top of mind destination to all the tourists and potential tourists. Also, we have an events calendar as ECPTA, and there's a number of events that are taking place as we speak, and also some events have happened, like in the past week we were at Kirkwood, but that I enjoyed myself. It was the first time I attended the festival. Great festival, great lineup. Right now we have a National Arts Festival. It's going on. The last day, I think it's on Sunday. So if you still want entertainment, there's still options. There's still things to do. There's also the Rhodes Snow Festival. So this is why we are here for the Rhodes Snow Festival, and I'm hoping really the snow is gonna fall and it will complete the experience. Otherwise, it will be a problem for me. We also have in our midst media from different media houses. We hosted them from, I think, from Tuesday, if I'm not mistaken. They are still here with us. They are also here to actually experience the snow. And what is good with the media is after this, they will be talking about this. They will be writing about this. And I always say when media writes something, if they talk about the Road Snow Festival, it's different. People read it differently from me talking about it. Because when people read what I write about the snow, the road snow, they'll be saying, she gets paid for it, so whatever. But when media writes about it, it's believable. So the snow better fall, so that when they write about it, people believe it. So I think one other thing that I need to touch on is celebrating youth. We're coming to the end of the Youth Month, which is June, and a lot is happening. These are the future tourists, so we need to make sure that we bring them on board. And it was exciting for me to learn that in this area we have youth that has started hiking. So we need to expose them to a number of these activities and get them to be ambassadors. As some of us are growing older, we get to a point where we don't travel often, but it's the youth that's going to be traveling. So I know they live a different life from us, but they need to understand the importance of traveling, the importance of tourism. Because for us to recover, we have to play a role. No one is going to come somewhere and help us recover and rebuild the tourism in our province, but it's us, it starts with us. So it's important for us to make sure that we encourage them to do these things. Start small, like doing these hikings and doing, there's a lot of activities that are happening in the area, and they need to be part and parcel of these activities. And it also takes them away from doing the wrong things and focus on doing the right things. I think for this preservation of a heritage site, please allow me to read directly from my notes, because I don't want to say anything that will be misconstrued. So I'm going to read as it is. So it reads, the highlands are the home of fascinating and indeed priceless fossils and historical sites. Fossils were discovered in the Kemeha region by the local community in 2015, and since then, paleontologists have been working with them to excavate one of the richest dinosaur fossil sites in South Africa. Top scientists from 5 universities, including Wits and Oxford, are excavating finds from 200 million years ago. The potential for tourism and upliftment of the area because of these finds shows great promise for the community. Eastern Cape Highlands hosts some of the finest rock art sites situated on private farms and on communal lands. The history of the human race are the beginnings of our story, the writings of our ancestors. It is critically important that they are preserved, and it is our duty to safeguard them for all to share and appreciate. Such valued art pieces draw interest internationally, with travelers and rock artists enthusiasts specifically journeying to view these sites in person. And this is where, again, our youth needs to be roped in, because they need to learn. We don't want, when these scientists are born, we don't want to lose this information. So it needs to be cascaded to the youth so that they come on board and they take over from us, if I may say so. I'm not a scientist, but they take over from us and run with it. So it's important for us to make sure that they get the exposure of all these things, of all these discoveries. Then one other thing that I think I want to mention before I go back to my seat is supporting local. Guys, let's do our best. You know, yesterday when we arrived, we actually bought gloves, we bought hats, winter hats, to support the local businesses. And we have also decided, instead, normally we would bring a gift, but this time around we decided we are going to bring a voucher for each and every one of you. This voucher is only redeemable in one of the shops in the area. So you are not going to take this voucher and spend it anywhere else except here. This is us supporting the local business, and we would love to see you taking this forward and also encouraging people to support local business. We need to build our own and stop supporting other people outside of the country and outside of the province. Let us put our profits first and then the rest. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to take this opportunity and say thank you to each and every one of you for having us, and thank you for giving us time to share all of this with you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, and thank you for the gift voucher as well. We'll make sure we spend them. Those who can't spend are available to spend on their behalf. Thank you very much, Sis next up is Tracy Lucia, the chairperson of Eastern Cape Tourism Board, to give a keynote address. And lastly, it will be Sis again to do a vote of thanks. Then that will be the end of our program for today. Thank you very much. Welcome.
Morning, everybody, and welcome to this lovely event. As Ekre says, we are all holding thumbs and hoping for some kind of snow. I don't know if that's going to materialize, but we certainly have been overwhelmed by just the hospitality and generosity of the local community here. And part of our team is actually staying on for the remainder of the weekend just to enjoy what it is that you have on show here. So thank you very much for the wonderfully warm way in which you have welcomed our agency and each of our staff. And it's just an absolute pleasure for us to be here. Thank you. Before I start my address, I also just wanted to offer an apology on behalf of our MEC, MEC Mvoku, and our CEO, Williani Damani, who unfortunately were unable to join us at this event. And it is unfortunate as they both planned to be here, but I just feel that it is proper for me to just offer their apologies to you and let you know that they are thinking of us today, but unfortunately it doesn't work out for them to be here. And so if you would please accept their apologies. Thank you. I'm thrilled to be here today to officially launch the RHODES Snow Festival in partnership with the Joe local municipality, and thank you, local municipality, as well as each and every one of you. It's also heartwarming that we launched this winter campaign on the heels of the announcement of the complete lifting of COVID restrictions in the country. And hopefully this translates to the festival having full capacity over the next couple of days. And I'm sure each one of you, as a tourism operator, has just breathed an absolute sigh of relief that COVID has been lifted. We at ECPTA are proud to be associated with all the provincial signature and small-scale events that help us to create jobs and grow the provincial GDP. We understand that events play a critical role in provincial tourism because they act as draw cards to our province. The first of its kind, being the RHODES Snow Festival, for instance, has potential to become much more than just a festival, but a community-driven and owned project which creates sustainable jobs and provides business opportunities in this highland region. Events in the province are visitor number drivers and play a crucial role in providing a tangible reason for people to visit our beautiful province. They are triggers for diversified tourism offerings and are a catalyst for economic growth and job creation. They have a potential of delivering outstanding return on investment, and therefore there is a considerable value in hosting them in our province, which is why we are simultaneously supporting the Kirkwood Wildspheres National Arts Festival, which is currently taking place, and the Snowfest during this time. When tourists visit our shores, all they want is to explore our beautiful province. They want to, we must work together. Communities need to help us remain safe in certain areas. We also need to promote and action exceptional customer care service when dealing with tourists, so that they have a wonderful experience that makes them want to come back for more. We should all be proud of our natural and authentic experiences from culture, heritage, our 800-kilometre coastline, adventure, wildlife, and signature events, as they make us unique and differentiate us from other provinces. Today we are here to say that Eastern Cape is a destination for all seasons. Whether it is summer, spring, winter, autumn, there is always something unique and interesting to do and enjoy in our province. As Eastern Cape ambassadors, we should also explore our own province as well, we need to explore our province and to spread the word about the beauty of our province. We often say we can have all the media and all the visuals and all these beautiful videos, but it's word of mouth that really is the most powerful form of marketing. And I really encourage each one of you to go back home and share your wonderful stories of the RHODES village and what we have experienced here today and what you will continue experiencing this weekend. With these few words and following the lifting of the restrictions, the Eastern Cape is open for business and looks forward to welcoming visitors to its shores. Our tourism sector is ready to encourage locals to travel their province and enjoy their country again, and I welcome each one of you to the festival here this weekend and wish you a fun-filled next couple of days. Many thanks.
Thank you very much. Can we have Mazamini? Ulihle Dlamini? To legal and get to understand the presentations that we're giving. I know most of us are used to having presentations and being given an opportunity to engage on the presentations and all of that. So I believe we're going to have one-on-one sessions after this. We're not rushing. My job here is done. Thank you very much to ECPTA.
Local municipality and your team, the geographic district municipality colleagues, ECPTA board members, ECP departments, votes, Snow Festival, everyone. I greet you all again today. Allow me to support this launch and to our programs. Collaboration between government and private sector is critical for sustainability and continuity. And in this sector, we've proven this time and again. I think I cannot overemphasize the issue of collaboration. And we need to move away from competition, because the competition is one thing that is not going to make us win. It's not going to get us anywhere. We need to collaborate, and we stand to win if we collaborate. Gratitude that thus goes out to the Eastern Cape tourism sector for its resilience and courage during adversity brought forth by COVID-19, as well as for continuing to collaborate and partner with us in the development of inventive recovery plans that serve as the foundation of service excellence in the new normal. ECPTA would fall short without your support. So your support is really appreciated, because we know we are here today simply because of your support. Otherwise, they wouldn't have made it to this end of the province. In closing, I would like to encourage all of us to walk the talk and take up the innovations presented here today, whether virtual tours, travel apps, including special offers, and venture out and explore this beautiful province. It is indeed ours to explore. Restrictions have been lifted. It's our time to make tourism great. So let's do just that. Let's travel and be tourists in our own country and our own province. I thank you.